welcome to my channel once again. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this super easy crochet chunky necklace. You can DIY necklace you can make for yourself, for friends. Yeah, so let's begin. I'll show you what you need. So you're going to need some yarn, any type of acrylic yarn. This is a size 4mm hook. You're going to need a tapestry needle or a needle. You're going to need a taping measure. You're going to need some glue, piece, and some rope. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so I'm going to try to make this video a little bit not too long. So to begin, you're going to do a slip knot by putting your yarn on top of the other like that. You're going to insert your hand inside and you're going to grab the one that at the bottom. Then you're going to put your hand inside and you pull. And you pull. So when you pull, you're going to pull this one and this one. Like that. It's going to create a knot for you, and that's a slip knot. So this is a very easy, necklace to do. We've done our slip knot. Now I'm going to show you how to do your chain. So I'm going to let my yarn hang on this finger, and I hold it in place with a small finger. Then with this finger and this finger, I'm going to hold the part that I'm going to be crocheting. So now I'm holding my hook like a knife. I'm going to chain. So I'm going to move forwards, go up a little bit, turn my hook to face down, and move backwards, passing through that loop, and that is the first chain. So I'm going to do it again. Move forwards, go up a little bit, turn my hook to face down, and move backwards, passing through that loop. So that is the second loop, the second chain, and that is what we call chaining. So now for my pattern, I need to do 6 chains that will cover my rope. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this is what the stitches that I need to cover my rope, plus an extra one, so 7. So depending on how thick or how big your rope is, you're going to, so this should cover my rope. That's what I mean by covering. So you can do as many stitches that cover your rope. Okay, so for mine I've done 7 single crochets and now 7 chains. So now I'm going to show you the next part. So the next part is doing single crochets, and that's the stitch that we'll be doing, and that's the only stitch that we'll be doing. So we're going to not start from the first, but we're going to start from the second. Let me put my hook in there. So I'm going to insert my hook into the second stitch like that, grab some yarn and pass it through that stitch like that, and you're going to notice now that you have 2 loops. You're going to grab some yarn again and pass through both loops, and that is what we call a single crochet. So now we're going to go into the next stitch, grab some yarn and pass it through that stitch, and you have 2 loops. And you're going to grab some yarn again and pass through both loops like that. I'll do it one last time. You're going to go into the next stitch like that, grab some yarn and pass it through, and now you have 2 loops. You're going to grab some yarn and pass through both loops, right? Then you're going to go into the next stitch, grab some yarn, pass it through, and grab some yarn, pass through both loops. Your rope. So at the end we're going to chain. So at the end of every row we chain 1, then we turn our work. So now our stitches is going to be these 2 loops that are forming like a V. That is our stitches. Okay, so I'm going to insert my hook underneath those 2 loops, and that is my stitch. So that is the first stitch. I'm going to grab some yarn, pass it through, and I have 2 loops again. Then you grab some yarn and pass through both loops. So it's still single crochets, you get to the end, you chain one. I'll do one more line on camera so that you guys see. So don't worry about speed. Speed will come as you know. Okay, chain one. So I'm gonna do a couple of more rows, but off camera, then I'll explain something. Okay, so I've done a few more rows. I think this is enough for once I want to show you. So say we get to the end of the thing that you want, you get to the length that you want, you're going to chain one. This time you're going to cut your yarn. Where's my scissors? Hold on. Then you cut your yarn and pull. So that is how you will end. Okay, so I'm going to explain something now. Okay, so I've done a few more rows. You notice that I didn't tell you how many rows to do. I think so. You're going to measure your rope, and you're going to measure 128 centimeters of your rope. 128 centimeters of your rope. Then after that, after you've measured your rope, hold on. Okay, so like I said, I didn't want this video to be too long, so you're going to crochet until your strip covers 128 centimeters. So I'm going to pretend that I've done 128 centimeters. I don't want this video to be long. You can do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take a tapestry needle, and I'm just going to go into, put my needle in, like that, and I'll just hold these two together, and I'm going to go into the same space, and I'm going to go into the same space, like that. So I'll try to put these strips inside. Then so nothing fancy. Slant. I find it if you slant a little bit, I prefer it. So you're going to just like that. So because you're using the same color of yarn, you see, it's covering your thing, but you can't really, but because it's the same color, it doesn't show, so it still looks nice. So that's all that you're going to be doing. What I've done, I've already put some hollow jewelry ends at the end. So this part that I've burnt here, I put the I glued in the hollow end. I just put the string 15, 16, 17 centimeters. So now to make this, so this is around 15, 16, 17 centimeters. So now I'm going to take my rope, make like a circle like this, and make another one. Make like a 6, alright. Then I'm going to put my finger into this to grab this, like that. And then I'm going to make this shape and put it inside this. So you're kind of like looping. Okay. make another loop and you pass it through. This is kind of like the same height as the other side, so I'm going to now insert my thing inside. Okay, so after that, all you need to do now is to shape it. If you like this side, you can actually wear it like this. If you like this side, I prefer this side. And that is all that you do. Then you insert your, if you haven't put your, what you call it, your jewelry ends, and you put them, and it's just simply, let me just undo this. Hold on. Okay, so I just undid it for you. So you simply put your in there. In there. Then you make a knot, simple knot. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, and please do subscribe to my channel. The next video, I'm not gonna do a necklace because I know not everyone is interested in necklaces, so I'll try to like switch it up. So I know some people want to know how to knit, so my next video I'll do like the basics of knitting. We'll go through the movements, because that if you know how to hold your knits and you know the basic movements, that's all that you need to know. Any other pattern that you're ever going to be doing, it will be just a change of those movements. So my next video is going to be about the basics of knitting. Then I will yeah, I'll do other videos again also. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. Okay, bye bye.